Cosplaying as a Starmerite basically just involves pretending it's 1997.
Kia has managed to sort of get all the chess pieces on the board assembled in the way we need.
What do you think is the main difference between now and 3 years ago?
It's everywhere in many ways. I mean, you look around, you wouldn't have saw a British flag flying here, which is kind of sad. You would have seen a lot of delegates who, I'm not saying that they were misinformed or bad people in a way, but they would have been focusing on things, they still do to an extent, but focusing on things that aren't relevant to a lot of people. I didn't come in 2018, but I know people who did, and we were waving Palestine flags.
So I think most of it's sort of Starmer robots who are here parroting Blairite lines.
He just look like someone like Rachel Reeves in comparison to John McDonnell. I mean, Rachel Reeves is just a far more credible person and has a history of saying silly things.
How do you pretend to be a Starmerite? What's the approach?
Rehash new Labour lines like tough on crimes, tough on the causes of crime. Cosplaying as a Starmerite basically just involves pretending it's 1997.
Kia has managed to sort of get all the chess pieces on the board assembled in the way we need.
What's your opinion of Corbyn at the moment?
I have no strong opinion of him. He's not relevant.
He made it way too personal about himself rather than acknowledging screw-ups and then saying we're going to deal with them. I think every time you say, I've been fighting against discrimination via time, we know that, but what are you going to do to deal with it? Do with it?
Do you think Starmer is a good leader?
Yes.
Why do you think he's a good leader?
I think the fact that we are 17 points ahead in the polls attests his skill in uniting the party.
Who would your dream Labour leader be?
Don't deal in dreams, it's about reality. That's what I think.
I'm going to say Keir's a good symbolic representation of all the clash of personalities and ideologies that you do find in the shadow cabinet, and he almost carries all of those beliefs into one electable figure in it.
Probably more relatable to people than the ones of people who are sort of politics for their whole life, kind of like us, I suppose, but or people who are sort of professionally involved for a long time, they've worked their way up, but more people who've been like activists their whole life, such as Jeremy Corbyn. He sort of does just have that common touch in a way that other people maybe don't have.
Any Labour government is better than a Tory government, and if we get elected, that's when it'll be brilliant.
Labour are 17 points ahead in the polls. What do you make of that?
Good.
Because we're in the midterm, I don't want to get complacent. 17 points ahead, it's the biggest lead we've ever had with YouGov. That's really good, but leads can evaporate like that once the general election campaign actually begins. I don't want to risk it by saying I feel like Labour are headed back to power, but part of me does feel like we're headed back to power.
But if it's getting us in the lead, it's getting us in the lead. Then again, it might just be Tories being shit.